So carrying on from yesterday's announcement of Anthony Joshua versus Alexander Povetkin. Yesterday I was down in the United States of America, USA, for the official launch and the announcement of Dazn. Yes, the signing of all the new fighters that are going to be fighting with under Eddie Hearn as the promoter and fighting on Dazn. This included many people at Hooker and Big Baby Mirror, Baby Mirror, who we're talking about today. Anthony Joshua was there, as well as Alex Povetkin, obviously to start talking about the fight, to start promoting their fight that's going to be happening at Wembley on September 22nd. And everything just seemed to happen, really. Instead of AJ having his normal face-off for the cameras with Povetkin, as all the fighters lined up on stage for their photo shoot, so they get a picture of all the fighters together, Big Baby Mirror, yes, Gerard Miller started shouting out AJ, calling all the names, shouting all the stuff. Can't quite hear on camera, but I've got the footage. We'll show you the footage of everything that's happening. AJ's basically just turned around and said, "Shut up, I know you ain't talking," and turned around, tried to drop off his belts to Eddie Hearn to say, "Hold it there," to basically have a fight on stage, but in front of everyone who's at the official announcement for Dazn. The two guys, Gerard Miller and Anthony Joshua, end up face to face. Joshua holding all his 4 belts, while Gerard Miller is there running off his mouth basically, and Anthony Joshua just telling him shit.
Let's go, baby!
That's that work right there. Here we go. That's that Brooklyn work. New York in the building.
Well, yes, we know, of course, it's unlike Joshua to end up getting wound up and see him actually getting confrontational in that press conference, because, you know, Anthony Joshua always says it himself, stay humble. Wasn't quite humble himself, but of course when you have someone in the background heckling you and mouthing off, of course you're going to end up flaring up no matter who you are. And funny enough, there didn't seem to be no security out there on the stage. So as soon as these two guys came face to face, Joshua and Miller, no one was there. So Eddie Hearn just seemed a bit lost and baffled, looking around, hunting for security. Found there weren't no one coming, and had to suddenly jump on Miller, as we've just seen, which caused up to this whole fiasco. Of course, there is no previous between AJ and Miller. Nothing at all, nothing in the woodworks. Miller wants to fight AJ, he wants to get in the ring with him, he wants to have a good crack at him. But AJ's just confirmed in an interview with IFL, saying that at the moment he has no desire for Miller. Miller has nothing for him. There's nothing kind of offer. Because, you know, AJ wants to have the biggest fights, he wants to take on the higher rated fighters. Povetkin, he mentioned Pulev. Of course, let's not forget, Undisputed. Wilder, where you at, boy? Anyways, so everything just led up to something. It was going to be a big night for Miller anyway, after having signed for Eddie Hearn. So in a way, it's a chance for him to push out his reputation a bit more and get vocal and try and get known and push his name and get out there a bit, you know. So obviously this is going to be a big night. He wanted to promote himself in the zone and start, come on with a bang, you know. Big Baby Miller, he's always going to be vocal, he's always going to be talking. And of course, we saw fireworks kick off, which actually led to this coming tweet from Anthony Joshua, which I'm about to read out. Anthony Joshua's tweet stating, "Massive respect to Povetkin. When two lions meet and you hear a little pup barking, don't play big cats. That's a warning. Hashtag AJ Boxing." Tweet from Anthony Joshua. Of course, you may be thinking and wondering, what was Alexander Povetkin doing this whole time while AJ and Miller were in their face, each other's face? Of course, he was there just doing absolutely nothing because, well, what else can you do? Anthony just turned around and just left him standing there. So Povetkin was just sort of standing there like a nobody while these two were facing off and everyone else was running up on stage for this photo shoot. So, yeah, what is this for Miller? Interested in the fight with Joshua? Yes. Trying to push a fight? Maybe. Again, Joshua don't really want to do much with him because he wants Miller to move up the rankings a little bit more, get himself known, actually start fighting some bigger names and push himself out. But for the meantime, this thing can boil over if and when it does, because I'm telling you, this guy will be interesting. A 20 stone and an 18 stone guy night. Guys, we're going to see some pretty fireworks if, and that's if these guys ever get into the ring and have a bout with each other. But until then, we don't know because AJ wants bigger names. He wants to push himself. Of course, undisputed is the most important thing for Anthony. He wants to have all 5 belts and become the biggest and best boxer known in boxing. So, of course, guys, it's going to be a wrap for the video. That was just an update between Anthony Joshua and Gerard Miller. Also, Povetkin happening down at the official announcement in America for Dazn. Guys, don't forget, leave a comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.